welcome back to our channel. And if you're new, hi, my name is Danae and I'm a single mom of 3. So it is currently about 6:45, almost 7 o'clock in the morning. It's Sunday. I've been up for a little while, but I figured I'd go ahead and get up out the bed. The kids are still sleeping. I want to take some time and get some laundry started, and I want to take a shower and do my hair. Crazy sometimes with depression. It's like some days I'm like, no, I don't want to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. Today's not the day. But then other days it's like I have to get up and do all the things. So that's one of those days. Today I feel like I have to get up and get moving. So let's see what we do today. Alright, so I wanted to take a minute and thank each and every one of you who are watching my videos. I know they have been like not very eventful so far, but I'm trying to push the content just so I can get used to being consistent, and I'm hoping that over time I will get better with the recording, more consistent with my recording, because a lot of times there's things going on but then I forget to record, so I miss a lot of content. But I'm trying to do better, and I'm hoping to get better with my editing and all of that. So thank you to whoever is watching these videos. I'm enjoying making them and editing them and everything, and I mean, I know some of them have been kind of short, but I try to have something to upload, you know? So, and if you don't already, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My Instagram, I will put it down in the description box. I have an Instagram page that's my personal Instagram page, but then I also have one that's more so for Tayven. I will drop both of those handles down in the description. My TikTok, I believe, is already in the description box. So follow me on both of those if you're into more of like the short form content, because a lot of it is the same content but shorter. So if you're not really into the longer videos, you can look at like the shorts or the reels there. Again, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's been watching, and I'm so excited to see what else we can get into this month leading up to Christmas. Alrighty, so I am fresh out of the shower. I had to run in there and grab my water because I am so thirsty. This is a flavored water that I made last night. I had it in the refrigerator. So I'm about to try to detangle my hair and then blow dry. And then I plan on maybe straightening it, just because I don't know what else to do with it right now. Okay, so this is all that I've gotten done so far. The baby is awake and he is kicking this door right over here. So I did part it into 4 sections and detangled each section, so that when I'm ready to do my hair again, all I gotta do is go through each section, comb it again, and then blow dry. So let me go and get the baby. Good morning. Hey. Oh, the sun is up now. Left the tree on. It's a mess in here again. The kids come home and just throw their stuff everywhere. Alright, I decided to go ahead and change into something else so I wouldn't be sitting in my house coat. Y'all, look at this gown. So I did a short or a video on TikTok. I guess about 2-3 weeks after my bariatric surgery, and I was like, oh look, it's like I have room. I have even more room now. Like, it's crazy. And when I bought this, because I have another one, I was wearing a red one in that video. This was like, it fit, but it was snug, and so I didn't really feel comfortable wearing it around the house, even though it was just me at the house. But I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on today. So here we are, rocking the gown. I am about to make some oatmeal for Tayven. I gotta stop calling him the baby. Like, he's 4 years old. And honestly, I called Preston the baby up until I had Tayven, and Preston was about 4 when I had Tayven. So just found that interesting. It was oatmeal. He did already have a G-tube feed, but on days like this when we're at home, I try to get him to have some oatmeal or something by mouth, so that way, you know, we're trying to encourage him to eat more. What? Mommy's making your stuff. What's wrong? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is moving to drink water. Look at this guy over here. Tayven. I let him color in his high chair and he colored all over. I gotta clean that off. Y'all, I have been wanting to take a trip somewhere and I'm not sure. Me and the kids have flight credits from last year. Last fall we were supposed to go visit with my cousin out in Tennessee, but then there was some stuff with work. Like, my job is so particular about like you taking time off, even if you put it in advance. Like, most jobs you can give them advance notice and take the time off, but with my job, if you take off and you don't have PTO, you can get an occurrence. And they do have something like dock time or like approved time off. So basically, if we're overstaffed and they know that we're going to be overstaffed, you can put that time in. But sometimes that's not even available until the day of. So it's like, if you want to go on a trip, you have to save up your PTO, or, you know, God forbid you get sick or your kids get sick and you got to take off and don't have PTO, you can easily get an occurrence. We weren't able to take that trip last year, and I still really want to see her and her kids, and I was like, should we maybe try to do it now? Now it's December though, so it could be kind of busy trying to fly, and we're just a couple of weeks away from Christmas now, so I don't know if it'd be worth trying to fly out there right now. But our flight credits are with Southwest, and if you're familiar with Southwest Airlines, they are changing their policies. So starting in January, you now have to like pay for a seat. Like, you have to pick your seat, and you have to pay for your bags. So I was like, I really want to use these flight credits before the end of the year, because when we take our big family trip next year, we're not taking Southwest. I got an amazing deal on those flights. Trip tickets for 4 people to Tennessee, and I paid less than $500. So I was like, so we each have like 150 round, give or take, for a flight credit each. And so I'm like, where can we go where we could actually use that flight credit? Houston's only like a 4-hour drive. I was like, we could hop on a plane and it'd be like a 45-minute plane ride and just rent a car when we get down there. If we go to Houston, I was like, whether we drive or we fly, like, I'm gonna be renting a car. So, because I just don't like the idea of like Ubering and using Lyft, especially with kids. And Tayven, he still needs a car seat. Preston still uses a booster, so, you know, keeping that in mind. It would be easier for us to drive to Houston or Austin or wherever, because that way it's just so silly. Is this so silly? Oh my goodness. It'd be easier for us to drive somewhere, so that way I don't have to worry about, you know, having to carry a booster seat with us, carry the car seat with us, installing the car seat on the plane, and all of that. It'd be so much easier to maybe rent a car here and just drive wherever we need to go and just have the car for a couple of days. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out a way to like utilize our flight credits. Preston's here.
Hello. Preston late.
Yeah, you were up late last night doing a puzzle. Preston requested eggs and bacon for breakfast, so I have bacon in the microwave. Yes, the microwave, because I'm not about to fry no bacon. I put Tayven back in my room. He did not want any oatmeal. I also tried to give him some applesauce. Didn't want any applesauce. He could just be full, because like I said, he did have a G-tube feed, so he could just not be hungry right now. Oh goodness, it has been quite some time later. I finally finished my hair. This is about as good as it's gonna get, y'all. I'm not going for perfection. I just need it to be done. I just got Tayven into the bed for his nap of the day. Preston's in there doing a puzzle. JC's in there in her room talking to her friend. So I'm gonna try to work on getting some stuff done, put all this hair stuff up that I got out here. And then I got some laundry in there that I've been working on. I'm probably gonna wrap this up just so it doesn't, it's already starting to frizz out. Like, it was not this puffy like 10 minutes ago. So it's already starting to puff out. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and wrap this up and put a bonnet on just so I can kind of preserve it a little bit. It seems like today went by so fast. I don't know where the time went, but it's like 3:45 now. I haven't really done much of anything today. I did cook. JC requested salmon, so I did make her some salmon. There was 3 pieces in there I was gonna show you, but it's down to just 1 because she ate 2 apparently. So I baked some salmon and I made some white rice to go with it. Preston wanted hot dogs, so I made hot dogs for him, along with some rice, like the Uncle Ben's vegetable rice, staple in our household, I'm telling you. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I guess I could eat some salmon. Nothing really sounds good. Today has just been like very uneventful. I've been doing some laundry. I figured y'all are tired of seeing montages of me cleaning and putting laundry away, so I did not record that. We were gonna go over to my parents' house because I usually have most of my mail sent over there instead of having it come here, but I just don't feel like going over there. I don't know. We go over there all the time, and actually every day we're over there. My kids go over there after school, usually when I get off work, or my sister will bring Preston home and JC just rides the bus over there or whatever. And so we go over there quite often, and on the weekends I don't want to have to go, so we're not. I'll pick up the mail maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Oh my gosh. So we're going into the 2nd week of December, and I haven't bought a single Christmas gift. And every year I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do better next year. I'm gonna plan ahead. I'm gonna start buying things here and there so that I'm not like trying to buy everything all at once. And every year I don't. I always wait till the last minute. And same thing with like Christmas pictures, family pictures, whatever. I'm like, oh, we're gonna take some family pictures for the holidays, and I'm not gonna wait till the last minute. We did a good job last year. Last year we got some family pictures done. And we got them done, I think, sometime in November, like early November. This year we haven't taken any. And so I'm thinking about maybe trying to get the kids some pictures done. Maybe like JCPenney. I don't know. Keep it simple. Everybody wants to be a photographer now. And a lot of these photographers, they charge an arm and a leg for you to get maybe 5 digital images. And you get like, you know, or they'll call it like a mini session. And you'll get like 15 minutes, like a handful of digital images, and that's it. And you're paying like $200. And it's like, not interested. Like, I just bring back like portrait innovations. Like, bring that back. I'm willing to pay $200 for a CD full of pictures. Like, bring that back. I honestly haven't gotten pictures done since Portrait Innovations closed in my area. JC used to go like every 3 to 6 months and get pictures taken when she was younger, and then they closed. And so I just haven't been taking my kids to get pictures done, and I hate that. Like, I have like hardly any pictures of Preston when he was a baby or toddler, and then I have no professional pictures of Tayven at all. I'm gonna have to try to get some pictures of the kids. Tomorrow, I just found out JC has picture day tomorrow. On top of the kids having like themed days. I didn't know JC also has it, but apparently her school like last week decided, okay, yeah, we're also gonna have themed days. So Preston has themed days all the way up until Christmas break, and JC does too. I said I didn't want no salmon, but it's actually really good. So I might just eat a little piece with some of that rice. I was gonna make some broccoli, but I don't know, it seems like a lot. So I have always loved writing. When I was younger, I would write like short stories and poems and things like that. And so I've had this urge to write. Fun fact, I actually have been writing a book for some time. I haven't touched it in probably a couple of years. But I started writing a book a few years back. It's like a supernatural book, and I would love to publish something. I don't know. So I've been tempted to pull that out and like try to write and add to it. And it's like, can you imagine? Like, what if I wrote a book? Like, I actually wrote a book and got it published. And what if it became like a good book? Like, what if it does well? Like, and I think that's one thing I'm worried about. Like, what if I write a book and it flops, you know? But I like supernatural stuff. I read it. I would totally read it, obviously. It's all about finding your audience, I think. I've been trying to decide which way I want to go with that. But also, I used to have a friend. I have a friend that I used to write letters to back in the day. We don't write letters anymore, obviously. She's a mom, I'm a mom. We just stopped writing once we got to high school, I guess. But I used to write letters back and forth with my ex when he was in jail. So I told him, like, and y'all know we've been talking over the last couple of weeks, the last like month or so. And so I told him, I was like, I'm gonna write you a letter. He's not in jail, y'all. just putting that out there. He's not in jail. He's not. But I was like, I miss writing. I miss just putting pen to paper. And with me working from home and being on the computer all the time, like, there's hardly any time that I really put pen to paper. And so I'm like, I'm gonna write you a letter. And he's like, why? I was like, I don't know, I just want to. So be on the lookout. I'm writing you a letter. I'm working on that and getting that mailed out this week. Something to look forward to, I guess. I talk a lot about therapy and mental health and all of that, and the importance of your mental health and seeing a therapist. I do have depression, which I've talked about on my channel before, depression and anxiety. One thing that my therapist has talked about, or that we've talked about in great lengths, is just me finding myself, because I feel like I've kind of lost my identity being a mom. Like, I've literally been a parent my whole adult life. Like, I got pregnant with JC at 19. So, like, it's like the moment I became an adult, I became a parent. You know what I mean? So, we've been talking a lot about trying to find my identity outside of being a mom, and trying to figure out what is it that Danae likes, and not just Danae the mom, and me doing things simply because I know my kids will enjoy it, and finding joy in things for myself, and working on my self-care and things like that. And so I feel like writing is a big part of that. Got Tayven with me. Say hi. Hi. I'm gonna make him a cup of milk. I try to encourage him to get out of his crib more. But it's like, as soon as he gets out the crib, like this morning, he wanted to get out the crib. He was in there while I was blow drying my hair. And as soon as I got him out the crib, he went over to my desk, grabbed my cup of water, threw it on the floor. Water everywhere. Like, why? What was the reason for that? There was no reason for you to be doing that. So, I don't like keeping him in the crib. But now that we don't have a playpen, that's kind of like the only place I have to contain him sometimes. But he's over there playing now. It is much later now. I am gonna go ahead and start getting the kids ready for school tomorrow, get their baths and everything, and get their lunches made. I want to go ahead and close out this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video so I know that you enjoy this type of content, and drop me a comment. It's a Christmas emoji down in the comments so that I can get some engagement on the video. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I look forward to talking to you in the next Vlogmas video. Bye.